memories, like many with Warren. The first time I ever met him was one that I'll never forget. Warren and Derek Brooks, they come busting into this room. He said, "Hey, Brooks, there's that hard-ass white guy that knocks people out." And so I got up, said hello, and he said to me right away, "You ready to go win a championship?" And I said, "Let's do it."
As eager rookies in Tampa, Sapp and fellow first-round draft pick Derek Brooks were hell-bent on winning. But in 1995, for a team mired in a culture of mediocrity, victory would prove more elusive than anticipated.
You're trying to figure out how we gonna get this thing turned around, because it's 11 straight double-digit loss seasons. So I see Lynch, I see Brooks. I said, okay, we can force this thing, because I'm not used to losing. You're not used to losing.
At the midway point, the Bucks were 5-2 in first place, but it felt like we were in last place because we wasn't a tight-knit team. And the second half of the season, we went in the tanks, and it seems as if it was going to be the same old Bucks.
But boy, when Tony Dungy walked in that door, structure was born and a path was shown. And I loved it. All day long, baby. All day long.
We hired Tony Dungy because we needed somebody to turn this team around, to make it respectable and to build a winning team.
I got to Tampa in 1996, and it was kind of a defeatist attitude. It was a losing culture. There were talented players there, but they didn't feel like they were going to win, didn't feel like they could win. And that was the thing we had to change around.
Dungy and his staff preached a philosophy of discipline and fundamentals, and the young Buccaneers fell in line.
Touchdown, Warren Sapp!
Things felt different, even though the losses continued to stack up.
As the Lightning Bolts get set today to host Tampa Bay, they've won 2 in a row. They're now 6-4.
We went out to San Diego. We're watching Chris Berman and the boys do their countdown. He comes on the TV and he says, "The San Diego Superchargers play the Yucks."
Can you believe Tampa Bay is 1-19 lifetime on the West Coast?
I turned and I looked at Brooks, and I say, this stops today.
I was upset. He was pissed off. Big difference. I didn't like it. He hated it.
We get up, go down to breakfast. I say, please tell me somebody else just saw what I saw, watching Chris Berman gut us in front of the nation. This shit stops today.
We went out and we got smashed 14-0 before we even tied our shoes. We down 14-0.
Head to the 5, down to the goal line. Touchdown, San Diego!
And it passed, the team would have folded up. But some guys got on the sideline and said, this is ridiculous. We're a better team than this. We just got to keep playing. And slowly and surely we fought our way back, and guys didn't give up, and we came back and won the game.
The Bucs win. How about the Buccaneers?
Now, we didn't go win a world championship that year, but that's when the tide started to turn.
In 1997, Dungy led the Bucs to their first winning season in 15 years. The key to their success was the 4-3 defense Warren Sapp thrived in.
Now I might just go crazy, lose my mind.
Dungy's version became known as the Tampa 2.
We weren't going to blitz a lot and take a lot of chances. We were going to get our pressure by rushing 4 guys and having 7 defenders, the linebackers and the defensive backs running free to make tackles. It was all based on defensive line, stopping the run game, and creating pressure on the quarterback. So it was a lineman's dream in a lot of ways because you got a lot of freedom, but along with it came a lot of responsibility.
We used to call ourselves piranhas, and then we call ourselves on the defensive line with mongrels, and I was Genghis. So we're gonna kick a hole in your great wall, kick your ass, and leave one to tell a story, and that's the film. I mean, we prided ourselves on that.
Young under pressure. POB sacked back at the 32 by Warren Sapp.
Great defenses, to me, they start up the middle. And when you had 99 right there in the middle, wreaking havoc and just making life miserable on offensive lines, on quarterbacks, it was just a lot to deal with.
Oh, he's sacked by Sapp.
1999 was special. Every single game, there were moments where he dominated teams.
No go down, sacked by Sapp.
Dominant, I think, is a word that's thrown around too often. There aren't too many people that dominate at the NFL level. He was dominant, and that year in particular.
Five will go down. Sacked by Warren Sapp.
I come back 99 and have 12 and a half sacks, and I say, you know what? Right now is my prime chance to carve out my piece in the NFL. I can carve out my low legacy. I can carve out what people think of my playing career right now at this moment.
Sapp was voted NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 1999. But while the Tampa defense inched toward perfection, a championship still eluded them.
We finally put ourselves in the right frame of mind to go get a championship, because we were forged by fire. And when you forged by fire, it don't get no better than that. It ain't going nowhere.
My just vivid memory of Warren Sapp is every play. He was touching me, hitting me. He was a disruptor.
Under pressure, he'll be sacked by Sapp.